Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. I just got off work. I apologize for the appearance. It is also very dark in here. It is not even 5 o'clock. It's barely 4:30 and it is already very dark outside because we are in the middle of a very big storm currently. So it's dark and dreary outside, kind of the perfect weather in my opinion, as long as I don't have to go outside in it and as long as we don't lose power again like we did a couple of weeks ago. But I am here today to introduce the start of my reading vlog for our April Mending Hearts book club pick, which is Fair Catch by Kandi Steiner. Yikes, there was just lightning outside my window. This is a football romance. Other than that, do not know very much about it. I know that it is enemies to lovers, forced proximity, brother's best friend, I believe. And yes, this will be my first football sports romance that I've ever read. I normally read, y'all can definitely hear the rain, I'm going to assume. I've only ever read hockey romance, and yeah, I think the only romance I've read is hockey and maybe soccer, or well, maybe I have read a football romance before. I don't know, I might have read a football romance where like maybe football just wasn't like a priority in the book. I don't know. Maybe this is not my first football romance and I'm just lying to y'all right now, but regardless, this is a football romance. It's a sports romance. I've heard amazing things about it. I'm so excited to be reading it for our book club this month. If you aren't already a part of our book club and want to join, I do have our Discord and Instagram linked in the description down below. Every month, Stasia and I, who is my co-host, my bestie, my co-host, we vlog our experiences reading our monthly picks. That way we can like continue to talk about the book club, and also it's just fun to like kind of capture the books that we pick to read for this thing that we host together every month. So again, April's pick is Fair Catch by Kandi Steiner. I do plan to bring it home with me this weekend and start it. It is Easter, so it's still early April, and I do get to go home for a little bit of a break, so I'm excited. I plan to hopefully get a good chunk of this one done. I will be tabbing it as per usual with our book club picks, so I'm very excited, as I normally do for, sorry, the lightning is distracting me so bad. As I normally do with our book club vlogs, I will go ahead and update y'all every 25% of the way through this one. I'll share a synopsis after or during my first update. Also, this is not the original cover of this book. This is a special edition that the Last Chapter Bookshop did in their sports romance box a couple months ago. I really like it. I do like discreet covers. I like original covers as well, and I do really like the original cover for this one, but I do also like discreet covers, especially when I'm out and about, going home to see my family, you know, things like that. So do like this special edition. I do have a signed book plate by the author as well. It's not in the book currently, but I don't plan to resell this one or to like give it away, so I am just going to go ahead and read this copy physically. It's just a paperback with a different cover really, so not worried about that at all. So I will go ahead and update y'all when I get to 25% into the book. It's not a super long one. It's like 350 pages, so I'll update y'all with a synopsis during my first update, and then we'll go from there. But I'm very excited for this one. I've had pretty good success rate with our book club picks so far, and I have a really good feeling about Fair Catch as well. So I'll update y'all whenever I get to 25% into the book. Alright y'all, I'm doing live sprints, so y'all can ignore the camera and the background, but I just got to the 25% mark of Fair Catch, and I am really enjoying it so far. This is my first book by the author. I've heard amazing things about Kandi, and I was going into this one with pretty high expectations just based off the hype that the author has. Like, I'm here for the hype for all the books, and so far I have not been let down. This is about Zeke and Riley. Zeke is Riley's twin brother's best friend. A couple of years ago, he, as far as we know, was responsible for a car accident in which he and Gavin like were involved in, or yeah, Zeke, yeah, Gavin is Riley's brother, and Gavin is now paralyzed. So Riley hates Zeke because it's his fault for the car accident, and at the time of the accident, Gavin makes Riley promise that she would pursue his dream of playing football and try out for the team as a kicker. So in high school, she made the varsity team, and she also made the team at a D1 college near where they live in Boston. Zeke is on the same team, so they're very much rivals. Riley hates Zeke. Sorry, I'm like killing a bug. Riley hates Zeke for what he was responsible for in her twin brother's car accident where he was paralyzed. Zeke is like trying to kind of get back in her good graces, but he does kind of go along with their like enemies to lovers thing that's going on. And they're also roommates in their football dorm, and Riley doesn't want any special treatment just because she's a girl, so she is living with all the guys on their football hall. And yeah, Zeke is her roommate. So far it's really fun, really sweet. We've got a lot of like banter going on between the two main characters because Riley definitely hates Zeke, but also like there's an attraction between the two, and Riley does feel it. Like it's evident in her chapters that she's definitely kind of feeling something toward him, especially even more so because she did have a childhood crush on him at one point. But content warnings for this one do include car accident that led to paralyzing. That's it right now that I've noticed so far that I can remember at the moment, but I'll have a full list of content warnings in the description down below by the time I finish the book. What was I gonna say? Zeke has dyslexia, so we do have some disability rep going on in this one, although nobody knows about it, minus like his parents and Gavin, and a couple of teachers know that he has dyslexia, so he tries to hide it, but he gets made fun of, especially by Riley, for like not understanding school and not being good at school, and she has no idea that like her comments towards Zeke like really hurt him. So those parts definitely frustrate me a little bit. I have like a couple of like anger or like frustration tabs in the book, which is like this dark blue color right here at the very bottom, because she does kind of tick me off a little bit with some of the things that she says. But again, she doesn't know that he has dyslexia. Not that like that makes making fun of somebody about their ability to like learn or understand school any better, but like overall, and I'm really enjoying it still. I'm sure that it will come out soon that he does have a learning disability, and hopefully Riley feels very bad for everything that she's ever said to him about that, because it's kind of frustrating like just like hear those words come out of her mouth. But overall, so far so good. Zeke is very fun. Riley is fine so far. I'm definitely like team Zeke, but hopefully she grows on me some more. Zeke, he already has my heart. I think he's great. We've got some really sweet flashback moments with his parents, like one specifically that comes to mind that I just read that was just, it made my heart like so happy, just like the love that they all had for each other. So yeah, that's this one so far. I'll update y'all again when I get to halfway. I'm hoping to get there by tonight. We'll see. I don't have any other plans for today minus editing a video, yeah, for my channel so I can upload a video next week. So that's all that I have pretty much right now for this update, but I'll talk to y'all again. Oh gosh, there's a wasp outside my window. Hopefully this weekend with another update. I believe that I will be finishing Fair Catch tonight because I just reached the 50% mark. Things are getting juicy. We are building up to the relationship between Zeke and Riley. Their chemistry is becoming known to both of them, and they're realizing that maybe Riley doesn't actually hate him, and it's just so good. I will say that I don't like Zeke's parents very much anymore. I think I mentioned a little bit ago that I thought that they were very sweet with him when they found out that, like, that they had his dyslexia, or that he had dyslexia, and like they were trying to like show him how special he was, like regardless of that learning disability. I don't like them as much anymore, at least not Zeke's dad, but it's fine. It's fine. The parents aren't that great anymore. I don't think we've really ever met Riley and Gavin's parents yet. Maybe like very briefly, but they're definitely not a big part of the book. But I've got so many tabs so far for only being 50% into it. The audiobook is making me fly through this one. I think I have 2 hours left, so hopefully in the next 2 or 3 hours I can update y'all again, and then maybe I can finish this book and this vlog tonight. That would be pretty impressive actually, considering the fact that I hadn't read much of it up until today. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to add. Again, I say this every single vlog, but updating every 50 or every 25% is hard when it comes to like finding new things to say. But this book has just gotten better. If I had to rate it right now, I would say probably 4 or 4.5 stars. maybe even 5 stars. Really, really enjoying it. And I feel like this definitely has the potential to become 5 stars for me. I'll just have to wait and see what happens in the last 170 pages or so. So yeah, that's all that I have for this update. I'll talk to y'all again probably tonight whenever I get to page like 250 or 60 or so with my next update, and then I'll finish the book. Hopefully tonight we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna go make some dinner and we'll chat soon. Alright y'all, so I just got to 25% in Fair Catch, not 25%, 75%. And I truly like have nothing else to add to the story or like to my vlog minus the fact that the 5-star prediction has just gotten stronger. However, Stacia just sent a message in our Discord about chapter 25. And like she's screaming about it. I'm on chapter 24 right now. So I think instead, or like kind of to like take the place of a 75% update, I'm going to record myself reading that chapter to see if I freak out in whatever way she freaked out. I didn't read her whole message because a lot of it was in the spoilers, but like under like the spoiler bars that Discord has, so she didn't like spoil it for anybody who hadn't gotten there yet. But I truly like, I'm loving the book. I'm scared because I'm sure that something is just about to happen in a couple of pages. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this 75% update, but I am going to record myself reading chapter 25 because Stasia has like me very nervous. Yeah, I'm very nervous to read this chapter that's coming up. So I'm gonna get my camera set up, I'm gonna finish chapter 24, and then I'm gonna read chapter 25 for y'all, and then I'm going to come back in here when I finish the book and I'll do my final update and wrap up my thoughts. But right now, it's 100% sitting at 5 stars. My only qualm about the book is that I wish that the characters were older. I'll explain more of that later, but it just doesn't feel very realistic to me that these characters are like 18 and 19 years old. But other than that, 5 stars. I'm loving it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this right now, and I'll talk to y'all whenever I finish the book. Alright y'all, so a couple of hours ago I finished, sorry, I just, okay, anyway, squirrel. A couple of hours ago I finished reading Fair Catch. I had such a good time with this book, like truly. This, I don't know if it's my favorite read of the book club yet, but it's definitely like ranking in my top 2 or 3 so far. I think that this is the 3rd book that I've given 5 stars for the book club, and wow. I will say that Riley was definitely ticking me off in the last, like the chapter that I read on camera, and then like a couple of chapters after that. She was definitely not my favorite. I feel like she was too stubborn for her own good. I feel like Zeke tried to explain, or like he was just so genuine and like he didn't mean for what happened to cause their 3rd act breakup to happen, but she just like refused to like stop for a second and think about the situation, to like understand that she also was kind of at fault and played a role in it. But it's fine. By the end of the book, I definitely couldn't help but tear up a little bit, and that is why I'm giving this book 5 stars. I just, yeah, 5 stars, and that's it. I didn't cry like full out, but I was definitely tearing up during the last 2 chapters, like that before the epilogue. Was definitely getting a little bit emotional. It was so good, so happy, so sweet. I had so many tabs by the end of this one. Oh yeah. And I think that they all look great. I don't think that this like palette that I used matched super great, but also like looking at them, I don't know, it looks kind of good. So yeah, very glad that I finally picked this one up. I've heard the best things about Kandi Steiner, and was excited when Stasia and I both ordered the sports romance box from the last chapter, which like gave us the idea to read this one because like it sounded interesting to both of us, or like, you know, we'd both heard the hype about Kandi and wanted to check out one of her books. So with that being said, I'm gonna go grab the next book that I plan to read by Kandi, but also I'm gonna grab our May pick so I can share it with y'all in case you want to join us for May. I'm very excited about this next book as well and have very high hopes for it. Before I share those 2 books with y'all though, sorry my water bottle is like moving around. Content warnings for this book do include sexual content, car accident in the past, and somebody getting paralyzed as a result of it, drunk driving, kind of like emotional manipulation from parents. It's not like super intense in the book, but there were definitely a couple of scenes that were grating on my nerves with that. Yeah, I'll have a full list in the description down below as per usual with my vlogs. I think that's like all of them, but if I've missed any, I'll have them down below with the full list. But yeah, fair catch, Kandi Steiner, 5 stars, loved it. Definitely a successful book club pick, and I think that everybody else who has already read it or is reading it with us has really enjoyed it as well. So yay, April pick is done. But after finishing this book, reading the epilogue that introduced the 2nd book in like fair catch, I might have to read Blindside by Kandi Steiner very soon. This one is about Clay Johnson, who is one of the players, the football players in fair catch. He is a really good guy, at least he seems to be a good guy from that book. So I did already have his book, his installment, because I just heard really good things about Blindside, and I got this one for my birthday, not like realizing that it was like the 2nd book in the companion novel series that is, I forget what, like the End Zone Rivals I think or something is what this series is called. But I might have to read it so soon because first of all, this cover is just beautiful. Second of all, fair catch, 5 stars, so I have like really high hopes for this book as well. But I did just want to throw this one out there as well because yeah, it's a 2nd book, I already own it, maybe I'll be reading it soon. But enough about those books. Moving into a very quick, not announcement I guess, but like reveal of our May book club pick. If you have not seen our announcement video for April, May, and June, I'll tag it above and in the description down below. But in May, which is coming up so fast, we will be reading King of Wrath by Anna Huang. This is a billionaire romance. Marriage of convenience, maybe? Yes, or maybe it's arranged marriage. I never know. I never know with that kind of trope. Yeah, don't know anything else about the book other than that I have read 2 of Anna Huang's other books and have really enjoyed them, so I do have high hopes for this one. I've heard really good things about it. This is the first in a new series that she is writing. The second book, which I believe is called King of Pride, does come out, I think, also in May, maybe, but we are reading this one in May. I'm going to be tabbing this one up as well. I will do a reading vlog for it, so keep an eye out for that one. Hopefully I can get to it a little bit earlier in the month, just because I'll be done with school. And yeah, that's my goal, but we'll see what ends up happening. Regardless, I think, yeah, this is gonna be a really good one. Anna Huang is so hyped up, especially on Instagram and TikTok. Just from what I've heard, I am so in love with this cover, like the white contrasting with the red on the spine. It's just so pretty. I feel like I just don't have enough white books. Actually, as I say that, like my entire like romance bookshelf has a lot of white or like very like light colored books on it, but you know, it's fine. I guess I have more than I thought that I did, but I am very excited for this one, and I'll, yeah, let y'all know, or you know, you'll see when my vlog comes out what I think about it. But hopefully it ends up being really fun. So this is our May pick. Our June pick is in that video that I linked above, and it'll be in the description down below, and I'll go ahead and share it again at the end of my May Mending Hearts book club vlog. But that is a wrap on April's pick, Fair Catch by Kandi Steiner. So much fun, 5 stars, would recommend, and cannot wait to read more by the author. That is all that I have for this reading vlog. Stasia is also vlogging her time reading this book. She just finished it last night and also really enjoyed it, I believe. So I'll also have her reading vlog for this book in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to go watch her vlog as well, and I'll see y'all in the next video.